Hi, welcome. My name is Bhavani, and today I'm going to talk to you about long tones and how to make them fun to practice. Playing the flute requires a lot of air, and one way we practice controlling this air is through long tones and holding notes for as long as you can. So a way to make this a fun activity is putting on a backtrack, some type of music to play along with. So you can play along with pretty much anything, especially pop songs. They work great. They're usually in one key. I'm going to use one of the tracks from my website. So this is available to you if you visit my website, bhavani.com, and you go to my lessons page, scroll down, and there's a track titled Improvise to Beats in A minor. All right, so here is that track. And I'm going to show you, if you are a beginning flute student, one of the first notes you learn is A. So we're going to start with a low A. And again, this track is in A minor. So here's an A. And your first job would be to hold that note as long as you can. Okay, then we're going to make our way up the scale, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Right? There's no sharps, no flats in A minor. So it would look like this. And I'm feeling the beat in my body. I'm counting 2 beats per note. A, B. Okay, slight bend in my knees. So I'm feeling the music and listening to myself with the track. The more advanced you become as a player, the more complicated your warm-ups can be. So now instead of only going 1 octave, I would make that a 2-octave scale playing with the beats. Once you know all the notes on the flute, that is called the chromatic scale. It's important to practice long tones using the chromatic scale. So every day I practice, I warm up using my long tones, starting on a high D, C sharp, C. I go down 3 at a time and I hold C as long as I can. Now, a way to make this a little bit more interesting and you're learning is again to put on a backtrack. I use a cello drone that I found on Spotify, and this will also improve my intonation because I'm listening to a constant pitch and checking every note to that. So here's my cello drone you can hear, and the pitch is a C. So I'm going to start on my high D and come down, comparing my notes to this drone. Last note as long as you can and send it off, taper the note. Okay, then I'm going to start on that same note, C, and come down 3 at a time. So again, I'm really listening to this C versus the cello drone C because they're the same note. Down to your lowest note, and then you do the same thing. You go all the way up to your highest note. Another fun way to practice your long tones is using a metronome or a beat. And what I have going on here is a drum beat that I found on YouTube. I just searched 90 BPM and drum beat, and this is what I got. And they have every tempo you can think of. So another great way to play along with a beat, but a little bit more interesting than the metronome. So here's long tones with the drums. thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my long tones tutorial. And remember, I will be posting a new tutorial every Friday, Fluty Fridays. So make sure to leave comments below letting me know what you'd like me to teach you. Also, I teach Skype lessons, so if you're interested in a personalized lesson, I would love to meet you online. You can find all the information on my website, bhavani.com. All right, take care. Bye.